We're running a series of events that are all meant to raise awareness on modern day slavery, whether that be labor exploitation or sexual exploitation. Child soldiers technically count, even if you have very, very low wages that aren't fair, that could also be considered slavery. So we thought we'd raise awareness about how that still does exist in the UK in forms that aren't, you know, the conventional Django slavery that people picture.
So how did you guys get interested in this subject?
I think the couple of us that have been organizing this kind of all got interested in different ways. I personally got interested being involved with this in my home uni because of really just a passion for this that God had placed on my heart. A couple other members as well, I think that's kind of their story. Tina has an also interesting story of how she got involved, so it's all a little bit different if you want to share.
I was interning with Amnesty International and we did some work on human trafficking. And it was more about the sort of legislative loopholes that existed in terms of if you're not being trafficked for the purpose of exploitation, you don't actually fit under the definition of trafficking, so you're not entitled to any of the victim assistance and protection schemes that exist. So it was an interesting policy gap and I just grew more and more interested, and then Nicole, who's one of our members, messaged me at 2 a.m. this one night saying, would you be interested in starting something bigger? And I said yes in big capital letters.
Okay, cool. Are you guys planning on having other events?
Yeah, we've had 2 film screenings so far.
Yes.
Another one tomorrow on Friday, but most importantly we have a policy debate happening on Thursday, and we have a bunch of really cool speakers coming in. Mike Emberson, who's CEO of Migrant Help, helped establish Salvation Army's shelter for trafficked women. Colin Walker, who's the Deputy Director at ECPIT UK. Camilla Brown, who's coordinator Unchosen, this charity against trafficking. So they're all coming in and they're going to discuss the treatment of trafficking victims by the UK authorities and whether or not the protection that's offered to them or the assistance, accommodation, reflection period to become witnesses in court cases, if that's appropriate or proportionate. So you should come, it'll be really, really cool.